I could go back and talk to my 18-year-old self, I would say go back to clinic. I was born with PKU. I was on diet and went to clinic until I was about 10 years old. When I was 10, the clinic advised that I would no longer need to be on diet. We now know that that was very bad advice. PKU must be managed for life.
I was diagnosed with PKU whenever I was 2 weeks old, and my mom didn't really know anything about it.
I was diagnosed with PKU in 1983, a week after I was born.
I have PKU, and living with PKU is restrictive.
The symptom of having high Phe level, and for a lot of people, is just it's almost like people describe being in a fog.
The PKU fog is like where you're tired all the time and nothing's clear and you just don't really care about anything.
I don't always know when my Phe levels are high, but the people around me are always able to tell me.
When I was around 14, I just started not caring as much. And, the peer pressures of other people, just because I wanted to actually just be normal.
Some of the reasons I stopped managing my diet because it's just really hard to be different from everyone else at school. I used to go to a clinic like every 3 months. And as I got older, I started not going as much.
I started noticing how I would be very forgetful of things, where something would be, my keys or whatever. I just couldn't find it for the life of me, and it'd really stir up frustration.
I kind of started having panic attacks. My panic attacks scared me so much that I knew that I needed to make a change and get back on treatment.
I think PKU rears its ugly head when I'm in school, when I have a task that I really have to focus immensely on. It's very draining because even if I can accomplish the task, it took a lot more than I think someone else who doesn't have PKU may do, may not need as much energy.
Well, I went back to clinic because I started doing a little more focus on PKU, and then that's when I noticed that clinics are encouraging patients who have left treatment to come back. Everybody's PKU, everybody's disease is different. It's worth it to protect your brain health and to not let your Phe levels get too high.
It was easy to get lost in all the fogginess and the Phe. I think eventually once I did decide to go back to the clinic, it almost felt as though I lost 6 years.
If I could go back and talk to my 18-year-old self, I would say go back to clinic. I would say that because it's just so important to keep on treatment for life if you have PKU. It is a lifelong struggle. You should never go off treatment completely. It's never too late to get back to care.